Twins reinstate Royce Lewis, Willi Castro from IL. The Minnesota Twins have officially welcomed back highly touted third baseman Royce Lewis from his rehabilitation assignment, a significant development that signals his imminent return to the Major League lineup for the first time this season. Lewis had been sidelined since suffering a left hamstring strain during a spring training contest in March, an injury that disrupted his preparations and forced him to miss the entire initial portion of the regular season schedule. His activation from the injured list is expected to provide a considerable boost to the Twins' offensive capabilities and overall roster depth as they navigate the demanding schedule. In a related move announced Monday, the Twins also reinstated versatile infielder and outfielder Willi Castro from the injured list. Both Lewis and Castro are now fully cleared to play and are anticipated to be available and potentially inserted into the starting lineup when the Twins open a three-game series at home against the visiting Baltimore Orioles on Tuesday evening. Castro's stint on the sidelines lasted for 16 games, stemming from a strained right oblique muscle he sustained earlier this season. The concurrent return of these two regular players brings back key pieces to the roster and offers manager Rocco Baldelli more flexibility in constructing his daily lineups to make room for Lewis and Castro on the active 26-man roster. The Twins optioned infielder Mickey Gasper and utility player Edouard Julien to their AAA affiliate, the St. Paul Saints. These transactions are standard procedural steps required when activating players from the injured list and reflect the ongoing roster management throughout the long baseball season. While the Twins receive positive news with Lewis and Castro, they are still dealing with the absence of other key players due to significant injuries. Right fielder Matt Wallner continues to recover from a strained left hamstring, an injury that has kept him out of action for an extended period. Additionally, second baseman Willi Castro is facing a long-term recovery after suffering a broken right forearm. These persistent injury concerns underscore the challenges the team has faced regarding maintaining a full and healthy roster. Lewis' activation follows a rehabilitation assignment with the AAA St. Paul Saints designed to get him back into baseball shape and test his injured hamstring. Over the course of 6 games played during the rehab stint, Lewis recorded 4 hits in 23 plate appearances, including 1 double. While the statistical outcomes from a brief rehabilitation assignment are often secondary to confirming physical readiness, this period represented the latest chapter in a recurring pattern of injury and recovery that has unfortunately punctuated and often defined the young career of the former first overall draft selection, selected with the top pick in the 2017 Major League Baseball draft. Lewis has consistently demonstrated flashes of exceptional talent and potential whenever he has been healthy enough to play, but major injuries have repeatedly derailed his progress and limited his time on the field. His most recent setback, the left hamstring strain, occurred on March 16 during a spring training contest when he pulled up lame while running out a routine ground ball. What seemed like a minor play resulted in weeks on the injured list and a delayed start to his 2025 campaign. His history of serious physical ailments extends back several years and includes multiple severe incidents. Lewis missed the entire minor league season in 2021 after sustaining a torn anterior cruciate ligament in his right knee. This initial significant injury occurred in an unusual circumstance when he reportedly slipped on ice at his home in Texas during an uncharacteristic winter weather event that affected the region devastatingly. Lewis suffered a second torn ACL in the same right knee just over a year later in 2022. This second major knee injury occurred less than 2 weeks after he had finally made his highly anticipated and long-awaited major league debut. The incident took place when Lewis collided with the outfield wall while attempting to make a difficult catch during a brief experimental period where he was playing center field, a position he was not accustomed to playing regularly. The lingering effects and extensive recovery required from the second ACL reconstruction surgery meant that Lewis was not ready for the start of the 2023 season. He began that year on the injured list while continuing his rehabilitation process and eventually made his 2023 season debut with the Twins organization in late May. However, even upon his return in 2023, Lewis was not immune to further physical issues. He endured additional stints on the injured list later that season due to a strained left oblique muscle and a separate issue involving his left Hamstring despite managing to play a career-high 82 games during the 2024 season, a personal best for appearances in a single season, he still experienced periods on the injured list during that year, specifically due to a strained right quadriceps muscle and a right adductor strain. This consistent and unfortunate pattern of significant and recurring injuries has undeniably limited his overall playing time and impact at the major league level, preventing him from establishing consistent rhythm and performance. Despite the undeniable talent he possesses when he is healthy on the field, his return is a welcome development for the Twins as they look to improve their position in the standings and integrate a key offensive threat back into their lineup for the series against Baltimore.